Guys, fellow Zimbabweans, fellow Malawans, fellow Zambians, fellow Maputo, fellow Ghanaians and Nigerians, Ethiopians, Somalians, let's be united. We came here to hustle. Don't be scared of this South Africa. They try to scare us. We are here to hustle. Go and ask it by the border. Why are they letting us coming here? Are we flying? Are we talking? We come through the border, they are like, boss, they want us our labor. You want to be paid 150 a day. You are very stupid. What do you have in your house? Don't try me. If you start me, I'll swear on you like nobody's business. Me, I'm here, won't do anything. Somalians, big up. Chinese, big up. Leave this South Africa, they like to push a drinking every day. The many countries been driving to Congo. Big up Moya, big up Dara. Ghana, the Gumira Bed Bridge. Put sack. Fuck off, South African. We are here to.
Spaza Shops and Xenophobia, two of the most difficult ways to define in South Africa, because Spaza Shops are supposed to be regulated, but when they are, troubles comes for South Africa because it's mainly run by Somalis and Pakistanis in South Africa. So let's first define what is a Spaza Shop. So Spaza Shop is a tuck shop. It's an informal convenient shop or business in South Africa, usually run from home. They also serve the purpose of supplementing the household income for the owners, selling small everyday household items. So these household items would be your salt, your washing powder, and this is what started at the beginning. Just a small convenient shop at the corner stop, so people could get used to how they provide. It's estimated that there are over 200,000 Spaza shops in South Africa, all over South Africa. When I say all over South Africa, I'm talking about villages, I'm talking about down-rotten places, I'm talking about suburbs, I'm talking about townships, I'm talking about in the city centers. So foreign nationals who are everywhere in Spaza shops. The foreign nationals would be, in the main, will be Somalis and Pakistanis. So both are called, there's a township name that they call, so I'm trying to avoid this. Just I don't want people to use that word that I use to make excuses for the purpose of this podcast. But in township there's an M word that is used to African population is estimated to be 40% that frequent the Spaza shop. This is according to Accenture's Africa of the yearly food spend. The market size of this sector is estimated to be 178 billion. This is far larger than the country's largest retailer, Shoprite, and Shoprite is the biggest retailer in South Africa, and it is at 149. So you could imagine the billions that Shoprite, and Shoprite is almost in every corner in South Africa. But what does the Spaza shop do? The Spaza shop infiltrates even the downtrodden villages and where it's very difficult to reach. The Spaza shops are there, and in those very remote places govern Somalis and Pakistanis. These Spaza shops are governed by the laws of the city where they are based. These bylaws also want to push for, number one is land where they are operating, and the cities would be different, and others would want the health certificate and the trading certificate of this where these people work. In the majority, the complaints are that South Africans do not, because of the competition, do not have those documents. But the same documents that they want from South Africans, the foreign nationals do not have. This is why it is fought in many cities to say this market is allowed to be dominated by foreign nationals. So what are the accusations coming from South Africans about Spaza shops? They allege that, number one, Spaza shops trade in illicit foodstuffs. Amongst others, it would be drugs, where in every township they accuse the Spaza shop owners of selling drugs. So these drugs would be in the form of codeine. So this is codeine. So it's a mixture of, it was made popular by that rapper from the USA. They drink this, they mix it, and they get it at Spaza Shops. And all Spaza Shops are pack shops. So what it means is school kids gather in those corners and make a social. So these counterfeit goods that the Spaza Shops are accused of doing would be biscuits, would be packaged food stuff. They are even accused of selling liquor that it does not come from its true source. Milk, for example, there are products like Coca-Cola products where they are alleging that these products do not come from the bottling companies, but they are manufacturing them at their corner shops. What I'm at pains is South African inspectors, the Coca-Cola, the multinational corporations that are charged with this responsibility. The multinational corporations that are supposed to be checking if these things are true. Social media is always wild whenever a certain incident happens. Come in. Fact checkers coming from the organization that are accused of doing this, Coca-Cola and other bottling companies, to say this is our product. The differences between these two products is justifiable. There's a danger of them not doing it, because if they do not do it, the message out there from South African locals, they believe these Spaza Shop are as guilty as accused on all of these things. It's two ways. They could either deny this, they could help these people to deny it, that say no, they're not selling poison. This is actually our product. It's just different packaging. But if it isn't in their packaging, they must come into the defense of the South Africans to say this product is not one of our own, and we want to come down and help South Africans to do this. The reason South Africans have lost respect and confidence in the South African government, you will see, is law enforcers bribed into this big, I already stated, $178 billion industry. This is bigger than Shoprite, and Shoprite is the biggest supplier of retail goods in South Africa. These Spaza shops, these small Spaza shops, they are owned by people who own more than 10, more than 15. It's a chain. Those individuals are not individuals. It's one person who's the videos that we display. A lot. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to allow you to view these videos, compare for yourself, and of course, try to help us. The problem that we have with South Africans versus Operation Dudula, for instance, where it's a vigilante group that it's given space to do what they do by the South African inspectors and law enforcers, because they do not do their job. What happens is these people get an excuse to do it because they don't do. So in South Africa, for those who do not know, there's a thing called a citizen arrest. It's a thing that it's in our constitution, so everyone can effect a citizen's arrest, and they are not breaking the law when they do it because they protect themselves under that law. So what we are saying is, if the South African law enforcement agencies, the food inspectors, the health inspectors, they do not visit these places, South Africans will do it themselves, and when they do it themselves, it looks as if they hate each other. All these videos that you are seeing here, and you'll see others when we stop, all these videos are an excuse for these people to go out. If it is not true, the companies involved, the government involved, must come and intervene and prove to the people that whatever you are fearing, it's not there and it doesn't exist. Thank you very much. Just continue watching, and then you will see the problem with people like Rutendo Matinyarare. He encourages people from Africa, people from everywhere to come to South Africa and take peanuts and disturb the market in South Africa. When they disturb the market in South Africa, let me give you an example. If a job pays $100 per month, if it is legislated in South Africa to say people must be paid in this industry, they must be paid $100 per month. What happens with foreigners is they come in, they give themselves as cheap labor. They are exploited. So in Africa, people are encouraged to exploit themselves just to appease capitalism. And whenever such is being addressed by organizations, it is called xenophobia. But let's leave it there.
2 children died and 2 were in hospital in critical condition because they bought biscuits from a Pakistani shop. Why is our government not inspecting these foreigners that are selling illegal goods and what they're actually selling? Why don't we have accountability? There's been so many people that have been crying out that Pakistanis are selling illegal goods. They are selling fake goods. They are selling dangerous goods. Why is the government not clamping down on this? But before we get to that, let's start with the crux of the core matter, where the Minister of Home Affairs actually informed the nation on how these Pakistanis actually get into the country, how they continue to do the illegal stuff, what actually happens.
When they try to enter the country illegally, where they get visas, which are transit visas to go to other countries around our neighbors, to say. But somewhere in the airport, they escape and they try to find a route into South Africa by going in through the fire hydrant, passages made for fire hydrants.
You see, lawlessness, literally illegal people coming to the country to commit illegal activities, to actually make money and not even pay tax, and continue and invite other people and say South Africa is doing nothing about illegality. Come through, let's become more illegal together. We literally have criminals that are taking advantage of the fact that the government is failing its people and not actually doing what it's supposed to do. And as a result of this, our children are now dying because of these criminals. And if a nation will not stand up and do something where the children are dying because of criminality, we are failing even those that are supposed to have a future. In their infancy, we're actually killing them. And I'm saying this is a serious matter. We cannot have a state where people come into a country illegally, where even our police force is aware of it and they continue to do whatever they can. How do we teach South Africans to obey the law when those they are buying from it didn't even come through the correct way? How do we ensure that our economies grow? Illegal foreigners continue to hire more people illegally. Our jobs are being affected. Our communities are being affected. Employment is at its utmost biggest in the country. And the reason this all perpetuates and continues because our government is unacceptable when it comes to actually putting forth the rules in this country. We live and we are ruled by lawlessness, and this must change come 2024.
Spice mix. It didn't have the pungent aroma or trademark flavor. Police swooped on this house where the fake blends had been found.
You can clearly see that the spices are processed, produced, packaged and distributed from here. So this operation actually started yesterday on Thursday while we were busy with Operation Okaimolao. We have taken in 12 undocumented foreign nationals who were handed over to immigration officers for verification of their stay in the country. And
we are at 9th Street as part of our Operation Sayicima Manje Namhlanje campaign to cut off water and electricity for properties of business entities that own the city monies. We're here as part of the operation, and then we found this particular bakery. So when we came in, they quickly shut down their doors and they closed. But the law enforcement that we are working with on Operation Sayicima Manje mandated them to open, and as they opened, this is what we found. It's a bakery that does seemingly biscuits. There are biscuits lying all over the floor. They were busy with dough using just hands, no PPEs, nothing. Health hazard is and there's a lot as well of expired products and a lot of waste that is here as well. So this is the situation that we found here. We have directed health inspectors to come here immediately and ensure that this operation is shut down, because from here these products were going to the shelves in the city of Ekurhuleni, which pose a serious health hazard to the citizens of Ekurhuleni. So we are awaiting, will not leave up until the health inspectors are here, and that those who must be held accountable for this are actually held accountable. This is treason. This is criminal.
So I'll be doing a video to show some of my customers who normally buy ukutya or any other product kwi shops Somalia. So what I will be doing, I'll be showing you how you can check whatever product that you have bought from the Somalian shop, if low product, if elite, it's not made in the black market. Ngoba mos kukho laa nto ithethwayo uba some of his new product ayizizo ngamavovo. So I'll just show you how to check it. So ungena kwi search engine yakho, which is whether Opera Mini okanye Google Chrome okanye Internet Explorer, ungena kuyo, and then you type the barcode of the barcode in the product that you have bought. So mna ke ndithenge amanzi from, it's Stillwater, Bonico Stillwater. So I'm going to type the barcode. So the barcode is,
we decided to come to Tepiso at one of the Spaza Shops in this area. So we've actually brought in the environmental health, and we've got JMPD and other units. So what we're doing now, we're just checking, we're inspecting the food to check if it is not expired. So some of these, they're expired, and then some of these vinegars, they're not, these are like Fong Kong. They're not supposed to be sold in the shops. We've got also creams. Broken packets. Sorry? Which one of those? Yeah, and broken packets. And then also we got some medicine or some lotion for ladies that's not supposed to be sold in these shops here. Because some of these creams, they've got what is called a hydroquinone, which can cause the skin cancer. It's a whitening, the substance that makes you light, but you can have, the skin cancer and all of that. So we're confiscating all of these, and then some of these, they've got in these packets, they got some solo tapes. Yeah, so this is what we're doing here.